downrange and try to take out the bigger dudes while the smaller dudes run at me. You notice I was backing up there, but once I get up close, I'm pretty much invincible. You just smash X as fast as you can. That was easy. In this next area, there's a lot of enemies behind cover, so sit back a little bit, use that third person. And you see there's a guy behind cover there? Basically, I'm just going to shoot his cover, and it's going to knock his cover down and open him up. So here we go, take out his cover, reload my pistol, and then he's sitting pretty. Whoa! Guy looks like he got his armor at a garage sale.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to listen to you. I'm real pretty looking. Because here's something I learned in my self-defense class at the YMCA. Basically, if you got a bunch of enemies coming at you, you don't want to get surrounded. So back up and try to keep them in a straight line. Look at that accuracy. Oh, that accuracy is terrible. Get out of here. Alright, let me run up here, try to open up the next area. Oh, I forgot! There's a ton of enemies behind this cover, guys, so don't do it like I did it. Actually back up, open up that hallway, and then take them out as they're coming at you. I'm going to have to hack and slash my way through here. So stun them with Y and tap B. There we go. Regain some health. You're messing up my outfit, man! I'm getting blood on it! Alright, let me run up here. What's this big turret doing? Hold B to rotate turret. I think so. He's spinning the turret on you. And look at the boss up there! He was sitting up there watching all his friends get beat up by a pretty Space Marine. Alright guys, there you have it, the first level from Space Marines. Basically, when the game progresses, you're going to unlock an assortment of guns and different swords. My personal favorite's the Melt-A-Gun and the Chainsaw Sword. You'll also unlock different abilities, one of which allows you to go berserk and just ruin everything around you. Now, I know there's a lot of good games coming out, but do not overlook Space Marines. Guys, I'm Nexy, and I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am here with Feargorm from Well Played. Now, Well Played recently hosted a King of the Hill tournament in League of Legends and placed some of the top teams against Dignitas. Actually, wasn't even intended as that. Dignitas started in Game 1, ended up over the next 7 weeks beating every other team that was in it. So, Feargorm, given that information, do you think Dignitas has what it takes to make a comeback?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, over the last 6 weeks of Rampage, I've seen them, come from, 1-0 deficits to win the game. And I think what really makes them a strong team is the fact that, when they lose, it's straight into analysis, no blame games, none of that. They really know how to be positive, stick together, and come into the next game much stronger. So I have a lot of confidence that they can still come back and win the tournament.
Now, Well Played originally started off as an organization that was centered around StarCraft 2. You guys have now branched into League of Legends. I'm curious how you feel about League of Legends as an esport, especially given your history with StarCraft 2.
Yeah, I think the team aspect of League of Legends gives it a lot of character that StarCraft lacks in some regard. StarCraft obviously has teams, but in League of Legends, it's a lot easier to root for a whole team, root for all the players, and understand their role on the team. Whereas StarCraft, it's more of an affiliation of good players, but not players who are really playing with each other at these events. So I think the team dynamic is really, really great. And, obviously StarCraft has its advantages too.
Fair enough. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Hey guys, welcome back, and we are actually halfway through the pick and ban process. Epic, by the way, getting to first pick Graves, but TSM coming back, picking up Skarner. These were two gems we did not see getting available very often. They were actually pretty common ban choices. You can see now on the screen there, Epic banning out Alistar, Cassidy, and Gragas. Two of those aimed at Reginald, one of those aimed at Snick Special. An amazing, amazing Alistar player. Rammus, Zillion, York, very, very targeted bans there. From TSM against Epic with the fast Graves and the fast Skarner. You see the lineups coming through, and LeBlanc. I'm excited for that one. LeBlanc coming in here, 4 teams still limit, but now it's Epic saying, hey, well, look, we got Salsi. Salsi's a super good mage. He gets a chance to now counter-pick that LeBlanc. That came out early, and then saying, look, we can counteract whatever's here. And, of course, TSM's still able to pick their jungler. So we'll see how that ends up panning out here. Darius, of course, running through 800 champions real quick.
Again.
Of course. Yeah, I guess you could run a solo mid Soraka here as well. A lot of actually the Asian teams play Soraka as a mage, as a counter pick. Swain, also an option here, has good sustain, but only at level 6+, is a champion that should be a little bit afraid of burst damage because he's sustained, not burst heal, so LeBlanc could end up kind of picking that quite nicely. Of course, has silences as well. And here we have Akali being the grab here for Westrice, and it is going to be Swain. So we have Swain in here again. They've grabbed the Soraka once more. It's interesting that they have Graves this time around, though. That's a little bit new this time. And
I like it.
Yeah,
Akali counter pick to Reginald. Reginald was actually telling me, he's like, I'm going to play somebody that nobody really has thought about. Nobody's really taken into that competitive play. And with that Akali pick, LeBlanc can be out of sight in seconds, but Akali's ultimate is to jump to you and kick you in the mouth.
That's true.
So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to burst her down, and you can just guarantee that she's always going to take a lot of damage, so it's never a bad idea.
Yeah, and another interesting thing with Akali as well is that she's a really good sustainer in the first 6 levels, whereas Swain only has sustain at 6+, so Akali can actually get her health back up in the first few levels. Also, she has that smoke shroud as well, so in case that, LeBlanc does jump on her, she can turn invisible, mitigate about half that burst, a little bit of free magic as well. And yes, Teemo is there. Rayman has locked in Teemo. And that is going to be the counter pick here, I guess, to Akali, which means that actually it's jungle Skarner then, because obviously they've had that one in there, and it kind of goes both ways. It goes to the jungler, goes to the solo top, much like Udyr, but that's going to be the case. And actually, you can see here, Epic are switching up their lineups a little bit. Dan Din is going to be taking that AD carry, and Dyrus will be juggling Udyr. So they have a different set of champions that they play. Right. Dan plays tanks. And Dan plays AD carries. He does not play these sort of bruiser guys very much. That's why you see him pick, always Rammus, always Rammus, always Rammus.
Yep.
Not a Lee Sin, not a Trundle so much. He just has a variety of champions that he plays. And he's like, well, now I'm going to be on Graves, and Dyrus will take over this role for me. And then Westrice, of course, on Akali. Like you have to figure this has been comped out a little bit. Like, oh, so Dan's going to be AD. Well, I think we're going to grab Akali.
Yeah. So what is
like the right choice.
There's so much variety for this TSM team. What do you think their focus is for that first initiation besides the Skarner pull?
I mean, really, it's going to be Reginald. So, actually, in watching the scrims yesterday from TSM, Reginald was like, yeah, I'm just going to jump on a guy, and they're just going to go for me. They're just going to burst me. And I'm like, I don't care, because my team will win afterwards.
Right.
He's just like, I'll just die. I don't really care. He's going to front burst someone, and it's going to be, Akali or Swain. By the way, Swain, when you drop 2 silences on him, he's not going to be able to flash out. Yeah. And that's what Epic is really good at, especially Salsi, is like, he'll get in there, and he'll get out of those fights. I mean, as we saw his first Swain game, he would literally go to 10% and be like, and I'm out. By the way, we have a healer on our team, so I'm cool. And that happened like in 3 different fights against Dignitas. And now if Reginald can actually overburst that and actually make that happen for him, then great. They're in wonderful shape here. But that's going to be a bit of a difficulty here. And you can see actually we're watching this screen here of that's Westrice, that's Akali. So we see that they are in game. We actually do successfully load. So yeah, that's a 3-minute delay, right? We're in Champion Select. We have a 3-minute delay here for all that. Of course, they have loaded into the game. So FYI, that's kind of how it's all going down. But we have a quick commercial break to bring you guys, and we'll be back with the action as the game has been underway in real time.
Wait, Anna, do you like horses?
I love horses.
Oh, shit.
He wasn't here earlier.
Do you know that they don't have souls? Have you looked into the eye?
Anna, when did you start
the
liking
eye of a horse? The black
I'm a total
void.
War feels civilized. Will turn to fade. We gotta move.
I I am an MLG gold member.
I've got gold. I'm a gold member.
Got gold?
Hey, I'm Pistola from Team Instinct, and I got gold.
All the perks that you wish you had, you have.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. We are running down our last 1 minute of delay in spectator, then a load screen. And guys, just remember, this is the last series of the day. This is not the last game. Stay after this game. There is more game today.
Yes.
But also tomorrow will be the conclusion of the tournament as well. These are just the first few rounds. Now, in the background, we will have either fist bump.
Fist pump.
Oh, fist pump.
Fist pump.
Okay, yeah. So, yes, fist pumping action. I'm failing horribly right now. The stock and freak as a commentator is plummeting. But yeah, anyway, we are going through our delay, then the load screen will be into the game. This is just game one of the winner bracket finals. These are possibly the best two teams of the tournament. Epic Gaming, Team Solo Mid. The Brothers Din leading these teams to victories so far, 2-0 for both these teams. In the background, we have Reflex Gaming facing against Team Dignitas, both 0-1 in matches, 0-2 in games. One of these will be eliminated and take fourth place, going home with $2,000. Then if they win, they're guaranteed top three, which is, I believe, it's 15,852, right?
Yep.
$15,000 to the first place team, $8,000 to second place, $5,000 to third, $2,000 to that fourth place team who was qualified. So the winner of this series, guaranteed $8,000, doesn't suck.
Doesn't. No.
Does not.
Does not suck. That's just something, you have to let people know, because it doesn't. You come out here, do what you love, and win some money.
That's
but
great.
Obviously, these guys put a lot of hard work and training into this. They did not just come out here and make this happen. Blood, sweat, and tears go into this. As you heard Reginald playing before, 18 hours a day, and then 5 hours of sleep. But he left 1 hour out, so I may have to ask him what that 1 hour is.
Actually, if you check, they actually run a significant number of video blogs, and it's like him in the auto running around this supermarket, like, guys, we bought some cup of soup.
We got lettuce.
Oh yeah, we got some lettuce. Isn't this awesome? Put it up on YouTube. We're gonna get like 10,000 views. Actual thing.
So we are in mid lane here with Epic, and it looks like there's going to be a jungle invasion by TSM. I'm going to look. We're going to think about level 1 teams here, level 1 team fights. And in that fight, you have to realize how much stun do you have, how much CC can you have, and can that CC do? Can it knock up or stun the entire team? And really, they thought about it. Udyr can go into bear stance. Swain can choose to never move first, and that's in your face. You're already stunned. That's two people able to lock you down. And you saw TSM back out a little bit there. They did put a ward up. They are going to give themselves some early vision. That'll really be down until they need it later in the game. Wards really only last that 3 minutes, so we'll have to see how they utilize that. They're still trying to push down towards this tri-bush. We saw Ezreal Chaos trying to see if anybody was there, and if he goes to fire another one off, he is going to find that hit. Mystic Shot will make a noise. And while they were able to hit a beautiful CV there, Graves with a nice Q over the wall.
Yep, doing a little bit of free damage there. Of course, his teammate is Sona, which is level 2 with some free health to her team. But Darius has started out, killed off the Wolves, and now Salsi will help him with the Golem. Nice root there as well, helping out Darius do a lot of damage here. Her team nice pull, and yeah, Darius is crushing the health bar of that guy. Pretty excellent there. And then here is the mid lane, Salsi versus Reginald. It's going to be rather interesting. So Rainman versus West Rice.
This is going to be pretty tough early game for Rainman, because West Rice is still going to be able to get Qs off in that Mark of the Assassins. May not be able to hit it due to Teemo blinding, but that's still free harass energy versus mana, and that's big for West Rice.
Yep. We'll see how the aggression works out here. Can Graves push through onto Ezreal? He's certainly spamming out quite a nice amount, doing some good damage. Should be a little bit afraid of these Skarner ganks. That can be scary.
Trying to see here, 0.7 and 0.8. So Ezreal doing a little bit faster of auto attacks right now, but Graves obviously with his E able to just boost up that attack speed huge amounts as he rolls into quick draw. So we'll have to see if he can really take out Ezreal in that fashion. Ezreal known as one of those very kitey champions, especially with X-Special, Sona giving off that speed of movement.
Yeah, I just want to point out, by the way, KX got every single one of the first 2 minion waves. He's at 13 minions, with exactly as many minions dead on that side. He's actually playing a perfect game so far, and that's always good to see. These players are really, really on their game. West was actually missing both those and getting harassed by Teemo. TSM actually out to some really good play early on.
Let's check out the mid lanes. We'll see what their creep score is. Swain 11, That's going to be Salsi to Reginald's 13. Actually, they're all tied up on creeps right now, so they're really not even worrying about damaging each other, just more farming up until they can get that ability that they need so they can just combo back and forth. Reginald does hit. Will he get the stun on the Never Move? But he jumps in. He made, I don't believe he has a